So we are now going to switch to another Decepticon. His name is Rampart. Let's have a little bit of a video to find out more about him. Mm-hmm.
Rampart's a soldier with an all-round playstyle across offensive, defensive, and utility capabilities. Rampart can help commanders a little bit across all areas of battle. An aggressive warrior with S-Tech that only encourages him to stay in the fight for longer, Rampart provides short and medium-range bombardment with his minigun and grenade launcher. Up close, the warrior deals omni damage through his axe. The Hostage Survival S-Tech on Rampart's minigun provides healing abilities not only to himself, but to other allies nearby. However, rather than provide a simple heal over time capability, Hostage Survival has to be charged up before a big instant heal occurs. It's bursty, and it's worth remembering that the S-Tech also stops him from fighting for a little while. Rampart's grenade launcher is armed with the Traffic Control S-Tech, which provides commanders with an ability to deliver temporary immobilizing grenades to all targets. It's a low damage technology, but on the tactical field of play, it can allow allies to escape and regroup, or provide them with the means to go in for the kill against Autobots caught in the blast. The Axe's Exit Maker S-Tech delivers 360 degrees of damage to nearby enemies, so combining it with the Fortified Repairer equipment enables Rampart to receive more healing as the weapon hits multiple Transformers warriors. Rampart's Fortified Repairer equipment provides the warrior with an ability to repair while staying in the fight. However, because the amount of healing he receives depends on how much damage against enemies is achieved when Fortified Repairer is active, if this equipment is used during a skirmish with a group of Autobots, Rampart gets more healing back than he would against a single target. Commanders should be aware that Rampart cannot engage with his minigun while Fortified Repairer equipment is active because of the delayed charge to the weapon's S-Tech, making the two conflict a little bit. Fortified Repairer also scales with another of Rampart's equipment called Maximum Force. This piece of equipment simply delivers a 60% increase in the amount of damage dealt by Rampart's weapons, which means Rampart will get a 60% increase to his heal. Commanders are advised to remember that Rampart should ideally save Maximum Force for when he needs to heal as well as dish out extra damage. Most players don't necessarily need to worry about that because Fortified Repairer is still a good source of healing, even without the Maximum Force, but to optimize Rampart, they should use both pieces of equipment at the same time. The Fugitive Pursuit S-Tech provides Rampart with a simple speed increase, enabling him to keep up with escaping targets or getting close for the kill. Rampart's Maximum Force and Fortified Repairer equipment synergize very well together, so when tuning, commanders should increase the warrior's omni-damage specifications. This allows them to get more damage from Rampart's axe and recover more healing when the two pieces of equipment are active simultaneously. Should commanders look to play Rampart more defensively, they should upspec his damage stat because it scales with Fortified Repairer. At the same time, more aggressive play can be achieved by upscaling the same statistic while maintaining a level of defensive capabilities through Rampart's equipment. To recap, Rampart is a Transformers warrior with an all-round playing style across offensive, defensive, and utility capabilities. A solid choice for commanders new to the Transformers universe.
And we're back. You may see that Tron is now someone else. This man, please give yourself an introduction.
I'm Ben Petzek. I am a senior systems designer. I mostly do combat and bot stuff, but yeah, I'll float around pretty much everywhere.
He's being very modest. But yes, we had in our 24-hour podcast, I keep saying that, sorry guys, live stream, we had about, I think 3-4 hours where I was just picking your brain on how to play certain characters. So I'm going to do that again and just make sure that we get a really good focus on the characters that we're going to be looking at today. First one is Rampart, as you've seen in the video. Can you just give us a little rundown on Rampart and what makes him so special?
Right, so Rampart is the Decepticon starter bot. He is an all-rounder. He's got a little bit of everything. he's the Decepticon equivalent of Monsoon, basically.
Right.
Although a little bit more aggressive. So he's got, weapon-wise, he's short and mid-range.
Okay.
He's got Omni damage and Spark damage, meaning his average output to shield and health with Omni damage and strong Spark damage with the grenade launcher.
Okay.
He's got, a widespread offense, defense, utility. So he can cover damage rolls. He can be support. He can be tank.
He's a very good all-rounder sort of soldier.
Yeah, I mean he's not optimized in any of them, but he's a good complement.
He's good. And it's a good way to. I mean, if you're not sure how you want to play a certain match, I guess it's good to just jump in with Rampart and see how.
Yeah. So I mean, you can
battle's going.
So you can go in with the axe and your self-heal abilities and do some tanking. You can use grenade launcher for support, immobilize enemies, help getting kills by locking them down, or help allies escape.
Okay.
Or you can go all out DPS and just focus on focus on damage.
Nice. But before we run into the equipment, we just need you to slide right a little bit. There you go. We have a recruiter friend update as well. So
Other way.
Other way. I don't know. It's like a Pink Panther, stage left, stage right. So we got our recruiter friend update. At the moment, at 51 is a Bismu. 39 is Little Crosswind. Oh my gosh. Little Crosswind. I apologize for putting a W in your name. I think it's Anakage or Anakage at 38. And at 7th key and Binocular has 37. So these are the top 5 that we have, but it's going for the top 10. And we'll update this as we go along tonight. Cool. With that in mind, let's just quickly go into equipment, just really briefly, because I know the video kind of covered it a little bit, but we'll see it more in battle.
Right. So his abilities, he's got minigun, omni damage, so equally strong to health and shield. It's his medium range weapon. The S-Tech is a delayed AoE heal. So when you activate it, it will build up for 2 seconds and then do a heal in the area around you, so for yourself and nearby allies. So you can heal a small group. Allies, if you see green circle around Rampart, you want to be close.
Okay.
It means you'll get a heal. Grenade launcher is spark damage, so good against spark, bad against shield. The S-Tech is immobilize. Being grenade launcher, it's AoE, so you can mobilize a whole group of enemies if they're bunched up.
How is that attacked with the immobilize? Did you have to be really close? Is it something you can target one person, or is it a whole group?
Well, it's a grenade, like the primary attack. So, lob the grenade, where it lands, it will mobilize anyone in the area.
Okay,
so
great.
It's got a 12-meter radius to be precise.
That's good. But it's good to, like, as you said, it's a grenade launcher, so you can lob it into a group of people from a good distance.
Yeah. And finally, he's got the axe, which is omni damage as well. It's actually slightly more DPS than the grenade launcher, even against spark. So if you want to do damage, you want to be in close with the axe.
Okay.
It's his his strongest weapon, definitely. The S-Tech is a quick AoE swing, so you hit all enemies in a 360 degree circle around you.
A nice little spin.
Which synergizes very well with this heal equipment, which we'll get to soon. Equipment, first one, maximum force, is just more damage.
Just a more damage hit?
Yeah, 60% increased damage for a few seconds. Then it's got Fortified Repairer, which makes him heal when it does damage. So unlike Monsoon, he can kind of run away and self-heal, he needs to be in the fray, so that's why he's a bit more aggressive.
Okay, right.
To tank with him, you actually want to be within the enemies. And because it scales with damage done, you can use 5 and 4 together to increase damage output and get heals.
Oh, fair. Yeah, that's good.
And also, as I mentioned before, you can use the axe for AoE damage, so you can boost your damage, hit multiple targets, get big heal.
It's a good combo. If you do it, I guess, in the right time, you have to kind of have that in
you
mind
can get
when
a
you're doing that.
massive burst heal from that.
Okay, right.
And finally, he's got Fugitive Pursuit, which is just speed increase. It's good to use to stay on top of targets with your axe.
Because it does slow you down slightly, I guess.
It doesn't actually. Well, if you lock on, it does. So, like all weapons, you slow down by 25% when locking on.
Okay.
But because he's a bigger bot, he's a bit slower than your medium and small bots.
Yep.
So to stay on top of them with the axe, use your 6.
Fantastic. Let's find out more about how you like to play him, though. Because Rampart, as you said, he's quite an all-rounder, so there's a lot of potential in terms of tuning him to a particular way.
Yeah. All right, so my current build on him is quite a tanky one, with a bit of damage output. So I'm relying quite heavily on just self-sustain with the heal. So I've spec'd into Omni damage and repairing. I'm not all the high level yet, so repairing's kind of falling a bit behind. I'm aiming to put repairs up to about 15 total.
Okay.
I'm currently at 13.7, I think that is. Basically, all the power stats are diminishing returns, so the higher they get, the less you get out of them.
Okay.
So that's one kind of spreading it even between Omni damage and repairing.
So there's no point in putting all into one when you think,
you can do, but in this particular case, because they multiply together, I repair more if my repair stat is higher, and I will receive more repairs if I do more damage. So
right, of
I
course.
want to have Omni damage and repairs. And I'm also specking a bit into resistance. I'm actually going to take that away.
I'm helping you out, see?
Yeah.
Not so useless.
But yeah, otherwise, resistance would let me just heal for more. So my heals become more effective because the effective damage mitigation. So 1 point of damage can be more easily recovered with 1 point of healing, the higher resistance I have.
Cool.
Although repairing also scales my minigun S-Tech, so I can use that stat to help allies a bit more.
That's good. And then that's, as you said, it heals your allies for sort of like a rain, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's within a 10-meter radius of the 2 seconds.
Okay, great.
My power cores, again, building more into heals.
Okay.
This one is, I selected because I didn't have all the many cores. Normally, if you go with power cores that are based on crit, you want to build into focus.
Okay, okay.
Because the higher focus you have, the more you crit and the more you proc your power cores.
All right.
So this one is currently not my ideal option, but I'm going to wait until level 20 before I replace it. But basically, it lets me get more heals.
Okay, right.
And then I've got, because I'm going to be in the fray, I expect to take a lot of damage. So when I get, when an enemy gets a crit on me, I will get a damage bonus, which will of course not let me do more damage, but also heal for more.
Yeah, exactly as you said before, yeah.
So it's kind of all ties into the heals. And I've got a
Your
repair patch. This scales with the repairing stat, so by putting points into my repairing stat, I actually also get more out of my consumable.
Oh, right, so it actually does affect the consumable. That's good to know. Brilliant. All right, let's get them in.
Yep.
Let's hit deploy. Yeah, so tweet us at Test Your Metal, hashtag please. Let us know how you're going, and we'll pick up and start doing some comps. Maybe give away a couple of relics. Our Twitter handle is @MMOTransformers. Make sure, hashtag Test Your Metal. And the more times you guys are tweeting, the more we might give away. So we are in the inner base with 2 people already tagged in with us. We have Ice Trap and Recharger.
Yep. So I've got a group going, just for my reliable support. So I group up, and I see Recharger has also gone Rampart. I'm going to tell him not to do that. I want him to heal me.
Change it up.
Or go Dust Storm, actually. He likes Dust Storm.
It's great with our group chat here. Once you've tagged up with your friends, would you can by right-clicking on the person that you're playing in the inner base as well? I think you can do it in the outer base as well.
Yep.
Yep.
I can also use the friends list. So you got a little group invite option here.
Okay. Engine is your friend. Oh, interesting.
Yes.
So let's just pop out to the outer base while we wait for a game to pop in.
Yeah, so one of the reasons I want also asking Recharger to go Hotwire instead is because of Rampart subsystem.
Okay.
The subsystem, a passive ability, always on you, basically gives a damage reduction to anyone who heals you.
Okay.
Well, that's a particular one on Rampart. So anyone who heals Rampart receives 12% less damage. So as I'm going in as a kind of tanky healer, tanky damage dealer, not a healer.
Yeah.
If he follows me into the fray, he'll have a bit more survivability.
Oh, that's good.
By sticking to me.
It's good, obviously, because we saw a match previously when they had 3 monsoons because they were getting heavily damaged in the match. That was quite lopsided. But we were working with Meltdown, and Meltdown had 3 monsoons. It may not have been the best strategy. It's something that they may thought was the right one. But sometimes it's good to have more than one character, but it's only very rarely. You can basically work with every different character.
Yeah, so having Meltdown 3 monsoons is probably not the best strategy. The only long-range damage you have is Meltdown's rocket launchers, and their shield damage. So you can strip shields quite well with him, but there's nothing else to follow that up with.
Cool.
So
I've got, sorry, just to cut you off while we're waiting. So about an hour ago, I said that I would give away my t-shirt. Not this one. But we've got a winner. So Margin Vegito 3, you have won a new shirt, freshly clean. I have not worn it, unless you've stipulated that you do want it, in which case I will still send you a clean one because I really like this shirt. Also, Purify RS, you also get a t-shirt as well.
Right, so you're doing some public missions while waiting.
So we've got an elimination with all Jasper. Looks like we're lining up for that. You've got your 3 that you're in your team at the moment. I think Ice Trap and Recharger are still trying to decide who they're going to be by the looks of it.
Yes.
Although you have told Recharger to change the Hotwire or Dust Storm. Is that just because you feel like that might be...
Yeah, so he's gone Dust Storm now. So I want a bit more... Well, I can do damage, but I can really just do damage from in close. So... Looking for men down here.
So what you're doing right now, while you're waiting, you're out in the outer base. You're pressing the 7 as that blue expansion, as you can see on the screen there. Can you just go into a little bit more about Energon mining?
Yeah, so each bot is equipped with a scanner, and by default, some Mark 1 mining probes. You can get more powerful mining probes that will just extract more Energon from a spot.
Okay.
But yeah,
so those are engineered.
Yeah, so you can craft them or purchase them with relics.
Okay.
So we found a spot here now using the scanner, and you can just walk up to the little circle, press F to deploy a probe, and it will start mining for you. Perfect.
So this starts getting Energon for you, and as you mentioned before, you can tune stronger mining probes as well.
Yeah.
There's also, if you can just quickly look at the icon, there's 2 little pieces of Energon there.
Yeah, so the icon determines or shows you how much Energon's in the site. So it's 1, 2, or 3 crystals. Ideally, you want to go for the 3s. I couldn't find one this time, so I'm happy with the 2. The site also determines how many enemies will spawn from it. So a level 3 site will have a lot more NPCs and a tougher NPC spawning.
Right.
So you want to be a bit on your toes.
So it's a higher return, but you need to expect a pretty tough match.
Difficult is probably exaggerating a bit, but...
well, at least a bit more of a struggle than a 1.
You don't want to leave the keyboard. You don't want to go AFK. Right, so we're getting 2 Autobots here, so the match should start soon.
It's getting really close. We mentioned before in the 24-hour live stream, but we'll obviously mention it now, that when we're matching with the game, there are obviously a lot of people in different level. You know, at the moment you're 15, but there are a lot of people out there, level 30, level 1, and to make the game enjoyable for everybody who may just be joining, we don't throw you in with, say, Anjin or Benny here. We actually want to make it a very fair fight, so that's why when you queue up for a game, sometimes it may not be instant. It's just for trying to match make as best as possible.
Yeah, basically the longer you wait, the looser we go with the criteria. So we try to find people around your level and around your skill score. So we're using both commander level and skill score to find matches.
Okay.
And if we can't find anyone close enough within a certain amount of time, we start expanding a little bit.
Okay.
We go broader in both skill score and level at the same time. So worst case scenario, we can group you up with people, say 10 or so levels either side.
Right.
But we try to avoid that as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when you're playing your first match and then you get tagged up with the best player. Any other game when you're playing online and you have one match and it's just like, I'm not going to be good at this game. But we try to avoid that by actually matching you up with people that are on the same level. So.
All right, so we got Avatar Cygnus, who was here last weekend.
All right, yes, we do. It's good to see these. We have like faces to names now from our 24-hour live stream. If you cut any of that, check our Twitch channel for that. We've got some good selections for you guys to watch, but also the entire 24 hours, which was, I just feel so much more fresher having a sleep after that. But it was good. It was good fun. But, a lot of the top European players coming to visit the studio, and we had a bit of a grudge match.
Yeah.
We're going to initially show you Sparkscape first instead of Rampart, and we will show it to you as soon as possible. But we wanted to show you another good Decepticon, and Benny's the perfect person to show it.
Yeah. So this combo, we got Ice Trap with Flatline, who will be our kind of off healer. So Ice Trap now, we're going close. Recharge will stay quite far away and dip in for some stun and pistol burst.
Yep.
I will try to self-sustain as much as possible with my Fortified Repairer, and also have the consumable for when I really need it. But if things start going badly, Ice Trap can stop his repairing pistols and
Okay,
some
yep.
healing. They had a overclock who we'll need to watch out for. If they're doing things right, their overclock should just be locking down a Dust Storm. So in a one-on-one fight, assuming even skills, overclock will typically defeat a Dust Storm.
Okay.
So we need to watch out that recharge doesn't get jumped.
So you're trying to flank them on the right here.
So we're going straight in for the
For
overclock.
recharge. So they're going for Dust Storm, as you were saying before.
So he's gone, popped all his damage at the,
So see, he's putting down a lot of the...
Yeah, so we got, this is perfect for us. We've got the overclock and the front line here, just focusing me, while the recharger is attacking from distance. So, yeah, what they should have done really is just chase her down. She is an interceptor class, which means that receives 40% less repairing.
Okay.
So if they go for her, Ice Trap can heal, but not enough to keep her alive.
But not a lot, yeah.
So he would have to rely on just getting out of there. So, and of course, while he's escaping, he can't do any or much damage.
So we've got, it's a 3x2, so it's slightly on your side, but they do have the sorry, I forgot the name of it. It's the buff though, the parity buff.
Yeah, parity buff.
Which does help them in the 3x4 situation.
So while outnumbered, they will get a bit more health and shield, which is not intended to make them necessarily win the match. It's more balanced to kind of keep them in the game while waiting for more players to join. Right, so they've got...
they got a fourth person now?
Yeah, so there are 4 people now. Next is 5, who I play quite a lot with as well. Right, so we got a catapult up there, probably waiting to snipe Recharger. If Catapult uses a 4 and 5 Phase Chamber and a Neural Motivator, she can bypass his shields and get
go
a very
straight
quick
for the
kill.
health. Yeah, we saw that, seeing that before in the previous match.
Fortunately, he did not do that. Right, so I'm using my speed increase to get up close with the axe. And using my 4 to do more damage.
Do more damage. You've got...
if necessary, I'd like to save my 4 for when I've got... and when I need some repairs as well, so I can. So right now I'm going to have to rely on repairing with Fortified Repair without my damage bonus. Although I have level 2 special here, which does pretty good damage.
Oh, he's still... Yeah. It's the last stretch he's trying to... there we go. Take him down.
Right, so we have Recharge in trouble now, so let's see if we can go and save him. So while I was focusing that fight, they have done the right thing.
And taken down Recharger, who
Which
was
is
Dust
exactly
Storm,
what
right?
Yeah.
We've got an update on our skill score for the Autobots from levels 1 to 10. At the moment we have Little Crosswind at 80. We have Marvelous at 73. Fast Backup at 73 as well. And Skidjack at 72. At the moment, it's just how they are at the moment. We're just giving you an idea of what you're going to be facing in this challenge, this competition. But yes, keep playing.
Yeah, so Ice Trap has... Oh, he's still here, Good. Right.
So you use a repair patches there as well.
Yeah, so I use my consumable for a little bit of heal. I'll also use my vehicle equipment to take less damage. They are doing everything they can to get me down though. Sorry, Ice Trap, I'm leaving you behind.
So you've got Ice Trap.
Yeah, he made it out.
Oh, good.
Right, so I can use a minigun now to get him a little heal.
Yeah.
While he's standing in this unified field, this big purple thing.
So what happens in that field?
It does low damage and healing to anyone inside of it, and
Okay.
also increases damage done and healing received, or damage received and healing received.
Oh, right.
So yeah, I have to use my level 1 aspect there for a bit of heal with 4 and 5
Okay.
up. If I stay close to... so Ice Trap used his 5, which is a Dimension Splitter, which makes him go immune to all damage. He can't get healed either. He restores a bit of health and shield as he does it. And then while he's immune, he also repairs any ally within the green aura around him.
Oh, right. Taking down far side here. It's a bit of a match. He knows he's being outnumbered with the... He's still got some shield left.
Yes.
Yes, you're keeping him there. Still tanking him down with the grenade launcher, which is great against...
And the vehicle weapon is a Spark Strong rocket launcher.
Okay. So it's still very good when you know that they're trying to escape you. You can still take them down.
So let's
get a final swing to take him down.
Yeah. So the 4, 5, and 6, there was not necessarily panic. I'm using 4 and 5 together to get more repairing, as mentioned before, and my 6 to make sure they don't get too far away from me to get that damage in. Right, so that's focusing quite heavily on Ice Trap now, who's now used his Dimension Splitter, so he's now vulnerable. One mistake people often do when fighting against Flatline is that they stop attacking him when he uses 5. He's very strong until he has used 5. After that is when he's vulnerable, and people kind of give up at that point and, he's immune, well, I'll go attack someone else, and that's when you really should start going for
You should really wait for him, because that's when he's immune to all attacks, right? When you press 5.
Yeah, and as soon as he's got a pretty long cooldown on it, so when he's used that, if you see him use it, get ready and attack him as soon as he's got that down.
As soon as he's, because then you know it's going to have a long cooldown as well, and you won't be able to use it again. Speaking of Ice Trap, for the skill score on the Autobots for levels 11 to 20, we have Ice Trap 1, or Ice Trap. He's in Benny's team at the moment. Then we have Killik, 17, and Emperor at 77 and 76 at the moment, just to give you an update. Nope.
Right, so Nexus is trying to escape here. I'm going to try to mobilize him, although he's warping around a little bit, so it makes it hard to hit those grenades.
A bit of dancing there. Oh, you got Nexus who's just got a tad bit. Oh,
yeah, he should be good now.
there we go. Even though you got a team of 3, it looks like someone was trying to heal.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, that changed very, very quickly.
Now I'm going down.
Down I go.
Yeah, kill hunger for Nexus. So he got his beam protector back, which is an ability that gives him a big absorb or big damage reduction while he's firing a beam.
Okay.
So that's with or without a target. So if he's running away, he can still just run away from you and just kind of just maintain. Alright, yeah. We got some complaints from Ice Trap there. I was running in too much.
Alright.
Yeah, got kill hunger on Nexus.
That's right. So you can see that the team is now kind of banding back together, even though you've got a kind of a rogue triage there, taking him down. And then the rest of the team are trying to make up for that little Jenkins attack. I don't know, it wouldn't be a very smart move for triage to sort of like storm 3 people.
Typically not, no. We didn't have anyone particularly low either.
Right. You're chasing him down.
Alright, so let's go full load here. So mobilizing him and then going in for some.
Alright, he's got his hammer out, but he's still immobilized. You've got taking advantage of that. He switched to the vehicle mode, and as you said before, very good on Spark. He's trying to avoid you by climbing up the hill, but you haven't let him go.
No, we should have him now.
He's struggling. He's
actually, I could. Yeah, let's go in for the kill again. Yeah. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong, right? He has avoided you quite well,
but
there we go. We have another update for the skill score for Autobots from levels 21 up. Smokescreen at 78, Radim at 77, Heal Your Face at 77, good name, and Gorgoth as well at 75. So two of those players actually were here last week. We got to see them face to face and see how they became one of the top players of Europe. We're going to be doing another giveaway just to get you guys excited, so make sure you're on Twitter, following us on MMO Transformers with the hashtag Test Your Metal. We have a t-shirt that's been designed by our developers here. If anyone on Twitch or Twitter is interested, as I mentioned before, start using the hashtag Test Your Metal, and then we will give it away very, very soon. It's quite a cool shirt.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's cool. I said it. It's cool. No, it is. It's very, very cool. We got it yesterday, and it was like, I'm quite proud to get it. So you've just taken down Farsight. Catapult was trying to escape there, but you had a...
Yeah, so again, those vehicle rockets, very, very powerful. So Rampart is a good bot to have chasing down enemies. When playing organized team, to avoid just splitting up when people start fleeing, I recommend kind of having a dedicated... oh, he didn't manage to get away.
Gotcha.
I recommend having a dedicated chaser, so to speak. I did this one with a physical weapon, so when one of their team runs off, you don't all just charge blindly after them. Sorry?
No, sorry. No, I was just, again, I'm getting too focused. This is what happened last week at the 24-hour live stream. I was just learning so much. So you got Overlord here, who's trying to run away again. As you said before, Rampart he's kind of an all-rounder. He can damage, he can heal. He's got quite a good versatility, I guess.
Yeah. So in this case, I'm hoping that my team seems to be alright.
They're regrouping somewhere else, but you do know that there's a solo person trying to avoid the damage, and you can take him out if you're in full shield and full spark.
Yeah. Well, he's doing a pretty good job fleeing here. I'm stranded on the rock. Right, Ice Trap has joined the chase as well now.
He's in full drive.
And the recharge is killing Nexus while we're doing this. That's good.
Oh, he's down yet. Nexus 5.
Right, let's join this fight instead.
So Farsight's got his immune.
There's a mischance.
Mischance, sorry.
Now he's using his redirect here. Although I'm gonna just ignore that damage.
He's getting. It's 4 against 1. Farsight, I do apologize, but it's just futile. Although he did escape, to be fair.
Yeah. Right. So we got. They kind of spread out now. They're pretty much surrounding us.
Someone's like, chase that Autobot. Is it a smart move? Would you have chased him, or is it better just to let him get out of the fight and then start taking down Nexus 5? Well,
chasing Triage when he's on fairly high spark can be futile. He's got a good equipment in vehicle form that lets him heal up a bit. There was nerfed in the last patch, but still very strong. Nexus, however, does not have a good vehicle defensive for when fleeing, so we're gonna chase him.
You're gonna keep chasing him.
Let's see if we can get immobilize on him.
That's good. There's some warriors that actually get healing from their equipment when they're in vehicle form, which is great, like Drive-By, I believe.
Yeah. So Meltdown can get some repairs, although he. Basically, his vehicle equipment will tag his next rocket, and the next target he hits will get a debuff, and every time you damage that target, you get heals. So it's not very good when on the run from enemies. But Meltdown's vehicle equipment is very strong as an opener. So when you go into combat, try to just tag an enemy with his rocket, and then. And then you can, your whole team can get some repairing off. Yeah.
Oh, nicely done. There was 2 that just got taken down there.
Yep. Nexus on the run, we're chasing him down. Meltdown, otherwise actually very good duelist bot. He's a very strong one-on-one. He can negate a lot of bars with his 4 and his 6, and any melee bot can be kept at a good distance with his. You get immobilized on there.
So immobilized him. You've got a team of 4 chasing him, which is great, and it seems like he's heading for the hills, trying to avoid that.
Yeah, he should be trying to regroup with his team here, but I can't actually see where they are. Right, they're coming from behind now. Well, they are a bit spread out still.
It's good though. You guys are working very well as a team. We were talking before with Tron about playing a character as someone that you're in a team with, that you've grouped up with friends, but also ones that would work if you're not so sure how your teammates work. So if you do end up either being solo or not exactly sure how that team works.
Yeah, so someone like Rampart is actually very good as that kind of bot. If you don't really know who you're playing with or who you're up against, being an all-arounder and being able to kind of take one of many roles, he's a good choice for someone who is pugging effectively. So. Not playing with friends. Alright, so you've got the last kill now, they're a bit spread out still. Let's see if we can find that catapult.
So chasing down, you can see him in the mini-map. Overlord's trying to take control. Your teammates are still quite close together.
So you can see that Catapult has used his offensive equipment there as well. And those little exclamation marks next to the name indicate danger, damage-wise. So if you don't know an enemy, you can still tell how strong they are by those little exclamation marks.
Okay.
It comes in 2 levels: a circle with 1 exclamation mark, or a triangle with 2. The more powerful they are, the more marks they get.
Okay.
So in that case, we could see that Catapult had the triangle next to her name, which means that she has gone very powerful. In her particular case, means that she was using 4 and 5 at the same time.
Oh, right.
Which means more damage and bypassing shields. So
it's always good to see you.
So if you don't know an enemy, and you see exclamation marks, that's a good time to avoid them or use your defensive equipment.
Okay.
So you don't necessarily have to know the bots inside out to be able to fight against them.
Right. But it's just one of those little factors that when you know, and you can probably see that it is Catapult in the distance. She does really good with the avoiding the whole shield thing. So it'd be very good to be prepared for something like that. Great. Well, that was.